Good evening, guys. Wait for a few minutes. Let the student join us. Otherwise, we started the session. Guys, I think again students are doing that type of thing. They're not learning. They are not doing the questions. Maybe I think I will take a separate session for the projects and end of the whole session events. I feel that thing. What about what you say, guys? I will carry on this thing, or shall I will end up this one and start the session for the only projects? Okay. Yeah, I will start the session. I think we start the session, and after that, we have ended the whole event, and we started for the only project sessions like Zang 1 Plus for those when those want that thing, because we are wasting our time over here also. I think everyone have known about the Python from basic to end. I think so. So we let's wait for 2 minutes. Saga, I will start at the this event. Okay, guys, so let's start with the session. So I'm sharing my screen, and today we will be discussing about the networking. What is the networking? Can anyone? Yeah, good evening. Can anyone tell me regarding what is a network? What do you mean by network? How you will? I think how you will use in the how this will help you in the coding part or in the Python and other things. Or can anyone tell me regarding this? Why it's a basic thing for the to study the networking? Okay, come to the point of the that thing. So okay, connecting a many device, we are right. When we are connecting something in our system, so we want a connection over there. So at the time when we want to connection over there, we have certain things. Like for example, if as I've shown in this one, I have FTP, I have TTPS, and some other networks. Like why we are using this type of network? Because we want a different setup of in a different field. For example, if we are connected our file transfer protocol over there, I want to share only files at the same time in the normal connection. We use FTP, and if we are using HTTP setup over there, that's mean you are using a web pages. When you're creating something pages to upload or to use in any field, you use HTTP hypertext markup protocol over there, because hypertext transfer protocol over there, because why you are using hypertext transfer protocol, because at the time when you are connecting something, you will send a URL over there, you get the URL something over there, so that time you are using a web page. So we have three files for that, importing something. Basic thing is that when you are importing this one, you can collect the whole part of that thing. So you are LLIB, that's when you are libraries over there. When you are using any URL request, when you are requesting something in the Python, so at the time it will give you that thing. So when you are doing something, so that time you for web page, for you are using this thing. For if you are using file transfer, at the time you also want a URL over there. But when it's come to usenet net news, like for example, when you are saying some data regarding something over there, you use this thing. When you are sending some mail, you will use HTTP lab. And when you're fetching some email, when you're getting some email, and that time you will use a pop lab. At the time when you are getting some email over there, and it will give you that thing. Fetching, they both are same, but what's a problem? What's a things is in there. When you are using this thing, this have a wide area internet over there. You can receive the message over there. For the community, you can having this thing. So that's why we want to use that. I have a community and I have my name in that, but they have a different from others. So like that, that thing is main thing in that system. When you are using something, when you are grouping some same property of things, at the time you will use the concept of this one. So is it clear? What is the networking? Okay, voice is broken. Okay, wait a few minutes. Let me check. Which which 1 minute? It. Let me check. Is it working or no? Let me check on my internet. Otherwise, using this thing with the number one. I think is it fine right now? Is my voice is clear or not? Any problem with my voice? Right now is it clear? Am I audible? Am I audible or not? Okay, guys. Guys, am I audible now? Yeah, okay. Okay. So why we are using a basic thing in the networking? What's the advantage of networking over there? When we are facing something like as a student, you have a student, you have a collection of something in our event. So at the time we have a collection of students over there. So that's a things when you are doing something over there. So if we want a networking, so we have divided some certain groups. Like if we're traveling a file, if we want to transfer any file to one network to another, at the time you use normal things. Like for example, you use the FTP. Otherwise, when you're using a web page, you use HTTP. So I have shown you that thing, the data over there, and use this type of Python modules. So I will send you this PDF, also the data document, and you will take that data over there. But basically we are using the URL lab because we are providing in every field. If it is the networking, the online internet, so at the time you will definitely give the data through your network URL. So when you are doing that thing, you want to take some URL over there and some circuit over there. So that thing a main thing in the Python when you are using it. For example, you are when we are proceeding towards the Django part, and we are proceeding to the Flash part. At the same time, when we are using this thing, that time also the networking is useful because we had created something, we had joined something URL over there. So at that time, Django have also a concept of URL over there, but URL they have inbuilt. But if you are using with your net, you're using only Python, now Python. At the time, you will use the socket over there. The socket, what is socket? I will tell you over there. Socket is like a branch, a connection integrated your net with the network as well as you. So let's take one example, a normal example I have already made for you. So you will definitely easily get that thing. So first of all, we will consider what is the socket over there. So first of all, let me take as you know about that when you have any server, either you have domain and you have which type of sock stream over there. Like for example, you are streaming anything, you are video streamer, we are you are like right now I'm streaming in the YouTube. At the time I am using socket of network with type of video streaming over there. So we have protocol where we are using the host name, like now right now I'm not the host, the YouTube is the host right now, the or StreamYard is the host. So that thing is different. A port, number of port, like that. For example, if I right now I am connecting with the StreamYard, and the time we have connected some with your YouTube. But sometime when we are 2 and 3, at the time we have different ports. So that time the StreamYard will connected that port, connection of that port, the number of the port, and will connect it directly with the YouTube. So that's our main thing. So socket provides you a platform. Socket are endpoint of the bidirectional. That's mean when I am connecting with you and some sound is coming from that side. That's mean they are bidirectional over there. So they will produce a sound as well as they will give me a sound, like in YouTube or in a Google Meet. Sorry, in a Google Meet you have a bidirectional. So socket is like they have interconnection. Socket have three things in their that point. We have declared a variable, we have used socket. That means socket is an inbuilt variable and we have named socket also. So in the function we use socket family and the socket type and protocol. What that means? A socket type is like or family is like socket type is that which type you are using. You are using a video, we are using audio, you are using a image. A family, that means which family you have belonging, which type of family, like HTTP, FTTP, that thing is different for you. And the protocol, which type of protocol you are using. So in that one we have a many features in the socket. So the socket will basically help you in the normal way, like binding something, listening something, etc. So networking is like basic normal thing over there, which you will take, like you are sending an email, you are getting an email, how you receive something, how you get something, you can create that thing with the Python also. So I have already made this thing for you all. So let me uh, make this thing for you and run the code. So I will explain this code to you. Not first, right now, new file, uh, new file. I can take open the file and okay, Python file. So that's the things. So I want to save something with this one. So let's take how you will use that thing in the Python. What are basic things we want to take over there. So we want any file. I have told you when you are importing some libraries, you will import the features of that. So I have imported socket. Socket is an inbuilt feature over there. So I got the connector over there. So connector, what is help? I will use directory name as a socket, import socket. As I will use import socket as not right now, not I will explain that thing later. As is equal to socket dot socket. I have called the function. I am not giving anything over there. We have a three object here: a socket family, socket type, and protocol. But at this time, I will use the host socket get host name because I want a socket connection. I want the host name, which those who are using the local machine which I am using, and the port name, and then bind that thing. Why I'm binding? what the function binding is right now is explaining you over here. Bind the port, that means a socket, you have a connector. At the time you connect, you will put the normal thing of the port of yours and connect with the server port. Like we have in somewhere we have port number 12345, and somewhere we have 3256 in the other server, so online server. So we will connected that thing with the binding function, and after that listing 5, that means take the 5 connection over there. 5 times search the connection for the weakness. Like for example, when you are downloading something, they have get a server connection over there. That's a things over there. And we have using the while condition. Why we are using? We want to fetch the data address over there and print that thing connection over there and send that thing. Thank you for the connection. That time when we are doing this thing and anyone connected with this type of port with us, they will directly send you this message over there, said let that run the port over here, and it's giving some mistake over there. Why? This is a parameter. So why they are giving you a mistake? Because we want to pass one parameter over there. So that's time address. Address I have not given anything. So this time this will give you a error because okay. So it's giving me say me to allow the permission. Okay, I already allowed the permission. I allow the access, and after that it not giving you something right now. Why it's not giving? Because you only connect the port. You have connect the port with, you are not saying which connect the port with whom. You are not giving the hoster name right now. You have not giving you have not giving some property over the, but how it's working, I am saying telling you this thing. You are a client right now and you are hosting yourself. So that's a thing how you are binding function will help you to bind the connector with some others. And what's about the other functions? For example, a close. Why we are closing? So as I have told you in the file, when you are doing something and you connect some something like that, you want to bind with someone, and after that you want to do not disconnect over there. But if you are not if you disconnected yourself, but you are not closing the file, at the time when you are not closing the file, that give a certain problem. If someone comes over there, they will interact with you as well as the other parties. So that's a different thing. That's why we are using the close function. For the receiving from, where you have receiving, we are sending you, you can get the data over there. Like for example, you're sending mail and you use the send dot s dot send to whom, you is giving the address over there. For the email, we have used htmpl lab. That means that time you will familiar with the url, how you can get the url over there. And sometimes you will use this normal send and receive. It's a simple tcp method. But when you want to, where you want to do that thing, you will give the address over there which things you want to send. Like for example, if you want to send to me with my gmail id, you can give the gmail id over here, and you will directly connect with me. So this is simple things how you connect the network over there. But when it's come to the let's take examples for the I think, let's say I have yeah, I have an example for the email also. So let's take a practical example. We have htmp, that's libraries for the email. As I have already told you, the htmp sending a email to anyone. So you can send with this thing, but how you can send this thing? You will directly send, do not directly send this thing. You want a host over there, you want a port number, but right now I am not using the host and the port for myself. Well, I do not know the local port right from my side. Let's take this code and let me check whether it's working or not. So it's giving me right now also giving some errors. So let's print this thing. And is it working in type 2.0? Let's, why I'm using the try and catch over there, because I'm using the try catch. That's because when we are giving something over there, that's mean you are checking whether it is true or false. Is error is something coming over there, it do not show you over there, and it will only show you the code. That's why the code will give you error, not a program. So let's give the sender email id. Okay, let's me giving them my email id over there. Okay. Okay, let's give receiving email. Can anyone send me your receiving email ID? I think it's work. So let's check this one. How does it work? Okay, Lakshmi, I will go to I will slow teach you slow over there. Yeah, Grija, we have networking. Grija, we have networking over there. I have right over the description. Also, you can check. We have normal things for networking. We have GUI. We will introduce the GUI. How we'll use that thing. And for next two session, we will practice for the GUI and we'll practice for the network GUI also. But right now, I'm only explaining the theoretical part over there. Okay, actually, Lakshmi, I've said that socket is like a normal thing. It is like a intermediate connector, which connect the one port from one side, another port to another side, and it will provide you the signals to bidirectional. It take receivers also, it takes sending also to one side, and it will take also that from the that side. So that's a thing. Is it clear? Is it clear or not, guys? Guys, are you there? Okay. So that's clear. Right now, I'm only explaining the theoretical part over there. Not think that I am giving you the whole thing over there, but I will practice that networking with the GUI. So I am giving you how they are using over there, how the benefit is coming over there. I think uh, anyone have any problem, you can ask. You just say yes, okay, they're clear. Suna is also clear. But what about others? Okay, Tushar also clear. So let's come to the another point of view where we have take the certain step of that one. So let's take. Can anyone send me your Gmail ID? Okay, wait a few minutes. I will check my email itself. Let me check whether it is working or not. So which message you want to send, you can send over here, and let's run this code. Okay, right now it is giving me error. So what's error is giving me? Name of STR exceptions is not defined. Okay, name is not defined over here. Okay, not a big problem. We have using this thing. That's mean they giving us error over here. So let's import from the library import of from library import import star. That's mean we have using this thing. So it's not giving us error. swap.smp scale lib is not defined. I think it's not working. That library is not giving me this thing. So localhost is not actually I have not given the localhost here over here. So I do not know about my right now the localhost ID. So I will teach you this thing right after that because I have not know. So I have only practiced this code for you to explain you how they are working. So normally that you have send take a receiver email ID, you take a sender email ID, and after that you will use this concept. They have joined with directly into the localhost, sender message, sender, receiver, and the message name. So that's a send mail is a normal thing you have used, and when it's do this thing correctly, then it will give you this send successfully send. But when it's giving some exception error, they will give you error enable in the this thing. So I think just remove this one. Let's try with simple things. So is it working or not? Let me check. Okay. No connection could be made because the alternate version is not there. I think so. They are giving some connections a problem with there. So I think I'm not permitting my this mail ID to give the access. So I think first of all, when you have this problem now, you will directly go to your Gmail ID and you will set up your setting over there. How you will set up your setting? Go to the setting and check whether they have a permission. They have giving the authority permission to the your permission to your authoritical mails or not. Because when you are using this thing, they will give you that see all settings. Okay. Okay, check this thing, check this setting over here. I think they have I have not given the permission over there, so you will directly check this. I will send you a link over there. You how you check the that thing, how you converted that thing. I will send you the link over there, and that's a normal thing how you will right now I'm not teaching this thing because I will teach you this thing in the Zengo part, so it's not for right now. So how you change this thing, I will send you the mail and you will consider the networking. Otherwise I will tell you in the doubt session, but right now I'm not telling you because I will set my first of all set my local host over there, and then things take out so much time. So when it's come to so that's for the only networking part, how you use this thing, and come to the part of the GUI and how we connected with this thing, this server, this thing with the GUI. I will help you or over there also. So in GUI, we have a three type of frame in the Python. First of all, we have a tickender. Tickender itself means they have an interface. Like in Java, you have AWT, as all of know you regarding this, how you use the AWT. If anyone familiar with Java, so you can know about that, you know about the AWT. But when it's come to Python, we have a tickender over there. Tickender, okay. And tickender, after that we have many things also, jpython also. But when it's come to jpython means you are consider you can take the libraries of Java from there and imported that thing in your um, only Python. So how you can use this is a j work frame over there. So let's consider one example and I will tell you everything over there. I have created many things for that. So let's take one normal GUI. And in what is the GUI over there? We have using, first of all, we have used the tickender. I will explain you the J Python also. But this is a normal library and we use import star. What that's mean? That's mean when we import some tickender file from the tickender, we want to import all. That means all property of tickender we will want to consider right now. Okay, we have create a function and we start to print this thing, and dot get, when you are getting something data over there, at the time the data you are getting, you will use the with the variable you will use dot get. That means you are getting something. So how you are using this thing? So let's create a normal file first. Let's take this thing. So let's a normal thing from we can check. Okay, import star. Okay, what that means? You are import everything from there. So let's how you use. First of all, you want take a one variable and declare that thing as tk. So that means you are declaring tk as tk. You can declare, and after you will close that thing. How you close that thing? You normally use normal thing like r dot main loop. Okay, so main loop that means you are closing something. So main loop. Okay, you saw this thing, this normal dialog box. When I have created this thing, a normal thing is there. I've only take a tk. Tk is like as a normal thing in the tkender. You have import first a tkender, and then you can use directly tk, small capital T and small k. And at time the why I'm using this thing. This thing is used when you are when you are doing something in the body of this between this now. They automatically run first and run as a loop way. So that's mean a main loop means topic how you covered it over there. So everything you will consider over here. So let's come to the this part. What types of things you have button. You can create any button. You can use a canvas. You can use checkbox. You can use entry. You can use frame. You can use label. You can use anything. So let's first of all consider the button over there. How you use a button. So first of all I will take up one variable l, and after that I will use button. So let's say button. What's button? Okay, button. Okay, I want to use button, but where I want to create a button? I want to create a button in tk, tkender, in this text field, and this text field name as tk. So tk is over there. We save in the variable r. So pass that thing over here r, and another thing where which thing which name you want to giving that one. So use text is equal to thing you want. Like I want to use a submit. Okay, let's run this code. Oh, it's not giving me right now anything. Why it's not giving me this thing? Let me check whether it's not giving me this thing. Okay, I want wait a minute. I have created that thing, but I do not give a position to that one. We have giving the we have three things. We have grid, we have place, we have other things also to do that in point, grid, and as well as place. So basically, we are using grid over there. So grid is normal thing. So let's l dot grid. I will give the column where I want to this thing. I want a row is equal to 0 at 0 place, and after column I want a normal thing from 1. So let's run this code. How you can use this one? Okay, you got this thing. We have get the button over here. This thing I got the button. So that's a thing how you can you manage that one. Let's create again a one button more. How you can use the button? How can you can put the button over there? So it's a normal thing for the buttons. Let's one. Let's take one another. And right now I want 0 0. So 0 row and 0 column. That's mean they have considered over here, and number one consider below that one. So that's it. Okay, we got submit again to submit over there. So let's change the name first. First of all, I want change the name with the normal thing, which okay. So this framework this frame is coming outside when we are running Tkender. So that thing is called a GUI. How you express your graphic user interface over there. So you have created this thing at the button in like in Java, you are using AWT like this. We are using Tkinter, and the body of Tkinter we have used the button. So let's come to the another point of view where we have used canvas. What is the advantage of canvas? A canvas is like a frame. We have created a background over there. Like for example, we have a paint in our home, and at the paint we have used, like for example, let's take open a paint over this. So when I am opening the paint, and I have created this one, and I have also created this one. But what's that's mean a canvas? Canvas means I want the color over here only black. So I do not want the color outside the that one. I want this one over here. So that time I will use the canvas to make this background color over there, giving a specific character over there, and we will use canvas as a background body for that. So let's use this thing. We will create the with canvas with the shapes like canvas with shapes, different rectangles or other things. So we'll use that thing also. Let's take this thing. I think I do not. I forgot about the syntax of that. Let's me take. Let me check the syntax. Okay, right now it's not there. So only explain the checkbox which I have. I have created one already for you, but let me check this thing. I we have used this on normal that TK over there. We have used the label. What the labels means? Labels only consider as, let me see you this thing. How is it giving the label? Okay, I have used this one and I want to grade something. Giving a grade. So let's giving you grade. When you are declaring something, you have to give some ending point, like where you want to place that thing. So I have already, if you have give that position with the same things like 0 0 over there, 0 0 over there, that time it will overlap each other. So let's remove this and consider how it's working or not. One, and I will give you this three. So third column, let's run this, how the GI will look. Okay. Okay, we have not got this thing. Why we are not getting this point? Why we are not getting? Okay, we are not getting right because we are not using this one, because we have declared a variable over there. Which give me error. Okay, why? What is giving us error? Because we have considered variable r over there, not root. So let's remove this, because we want this thing in the field of r. So r, that means we have considered r. So let's run it again, and after again running this again, you see this thing. We have in third row, we have first name, we have a last name. So as that thing, the label will work like a printing that thing in AWT. So I think you know about that thing. I think this is clear to all of you. If any of any doubt regarding this, you can tell me right now. Guys, is it audible or not? I'm audible or not? Guys, am I audible? Okay, okay. I'm audible, but not listening. Not a big issue. So, guys, basic thing is that uh, Gija, you do not understand that thing, or you have a little bit confused over there. Okay, let's come to the point. Basic thing is that what is GUI? I do not tell you. First of all, I tell you the GUI. GUI that's mean a graphic user interface. Like right now, we have seen the YouTube channel. That's also a graphic user interface. But how you can made for your local host, how you can create with your software, how you can something in the game you have seen that thing. That's our GUI. That's our graphic user interface. When you're playing a game in the laptop in anywhere, that's the GUI. So how you consider that and how you create this thing, we have option for that one over here. In Python, we have three things. We have TMPL, we have Tikander, we have JPython. So at the time when we are using now, we are using a Tikander over there. Tikander is a library for the Python. But let's come to JPython. JPython, that's mean when you are importing some libraries of Java to Python and use that one the Python and consider and create some GUI. So that's thing, Gija, I think you have some issue because you not know about that. So how you can you first of all a Tikander when you import some Tikander, I have already told you when you are importing you are using it from Tikander, you import the Tikander file libraries. This is inbuilt file libraries in Python, and you have consider first of all create one variable which store the Tikander libraries, which store the body of that. And let's remove this. So wait a minute, I will remove this first. Okay, actually, we have used the tickender. This is the tickender library, and use the variable. I will use a variable where I want to use something. We use a variable over there. So r dot mainframe. That means the whole things come in the mainframe. Let's run this code. What is coming? It will show you an GUI. You saw this GUI. You can use one thing more. R dot title. I think it's working or not. Let's check. It's gave me a error. Uh, title. What that's mean? R dot title is working or not? Okay, now it's fine. My work is stick. Actually, you saw this right now. This come to Amit over here? So you can give the title over there. We have many things to how you frame that thing. Like in HTML CSS, when you're framing something, some web pages like that, we have framing this thing. So this thing is a different thing. How you will consider that one? You will create that simple things and how you will use the title. So in the body of that, we have used many things like we have used this files. They have button. How you use the button? I have told you. We have passed first of all. We have passed in the bracket of that. So is it clear to everyone or some issue regarding? Okay, what is Tcandor? Tcandor is the inbuilt library which have a toolkits. Like in Java, you have AWT. In AWT, you have of toolkits to create any GUI, any external things. So Tcandor is like that. Is it clear to everyone, or shall I will tell this whole thing again? Guys, response fast. Okay, we just say repeat again. Okay. What about others? One repeat. Okay. Okay, I will repeat this one. What about others right now? Only two are responding me right now. Okay, repeating. Can anyone tell me where you have stucking? I know this is new for you. Where you have some problems regarding this thing. Can Vijay tell you or tell me right now where you have stucking or where you have facing the problem? So I will teach that thing with the smoothness way. Guys, okay, I will tell you again from the beginning. Like everyone know about the Java AWT. Guys, response fast. I'm repeating again. Anyone know about Java AWT, the toolkits of AWT in the Java? Okay, Priya, you do not know. What about Priya, Shristi, and Kushagra? Okay, okay. You do not know about that. No? Kushagra, are you there? Okay, everything like right here we have a page over here, and we have designed something. So this is like a graphic user interface. That means you are designing something to see you the output by the machine. So how you will use that thing in Java when you are in advanced level in a core after the core in the basic level you have AWT concept over there. AWT is a toolkit over there. They have a inbuilt libraries which have you want to like for example you have used this whole things over there. So how you frame the button, how you frame this one, how you frame this, that thing is a toolkit over there. That's the inbuilt libraries. So like that in Python, we have three things over there. We have WX Python, we have Tcandor, we have JPython. But what's come to the we haven't used Python, we are using Tcandor. Tcandor is like a toolkit, a GUI toolkit. TK toolkit is the Python. And what about the other WX? WX is the open source Python interface which is normally used. But this is an old version. But when it comes to Java, JPython, that's mean when you are importing some libraries from the Java to the Python and use that thing over there, that time you use JPython. There three things are inbuilt libraries in the Python. When it's come to the Python, and we have considered one thing. Let's remove everything. I will teach you from the beginning. So first of all, we want to import libraries over there. So let's import from from Tkinter. Okay, Tkinter. This is the library. Import start. That's mean you are importing everything from the Tkinter, and we have call a field. We want a field. So where we want to work. So how we collect that field? How we make that dialog box? So we only use normal thing. We use a variable and store that field. With the tk is a field. Tk is the inbuilt function. You can use that one over there. So that's a thing. And after that, we use r dot main loop. That means what's the main loop? Everything which come under the field of r. What does it mean? Everything which come under this field, and this field is considered in the variable. So everything which come in this will like a main loop. We will use consider. We will give a priority to that one. So let's run this one. After running this one, you will get one dialog box. Okay, we have guide dialog box where we will work, where we will create anything a button like this, also we will wait. We will made a notepad over there like this thing. We will create a notepad in Python also. So how will you use? I will teach you that thing. Normal thing is that, but first of all, this thing is that you will create how you create the field for that. Like right now we have writing something over it like that. We will create the field using this concept. Right now in variable we have stored the field name. Is this common syntax for that? Is it clear to everyone right now, or any problem regarding this? Okay, only 60 have clear. I think. What about Grija Sona? Grija Sona, Dheeraj, Priya. What about you guys? Is it clear or not? Okay, is it clear? Okay, okay. What about Grija? Grija. Okay, come to the other points. How you will use, how will you will create. So in Tkinter, we have some inbuilt things. Like in Java, when we are using AWT, we have inbuilt functions. We have containers, we have buttons, we have many things over there. So that's time Python have also a button in the buttons lab label. You can use title, you can destroy, you can wait, you can do many things over there. As you will move forward, you will consider that thing. We will take not take we will I will create the whole video for the every part of GUI, and I will provide that in my YouTube channel. You can, if after that you will take some knowledge of that. If you want to more advanced thing, you will see that thing. I will upload it within 7 days. So not, I think it's lagging because you are getting comments. Okay. I think it's the problem of the YouTube. So not a big issue. So that's the thing. That's a different thing. So let's come to the point how you can have you'll use that thing. We have button in the GUI. We have, sorry, I think not the GUI. We have button in the Tkinter. So how you use the button. So that thing how you create. Actually, I will. I think which way I will create. So we want to store the we have stored the field, we have stored a button also. So we'll call by the that variable, the button I will call by the that variable. So let's come to the point how you will meet. First of all, I will declare one variable like button one is equal to button is syntax, and after that in the function bracket. So in functionalities, which properties they have want? They have want where which field you want to this button. We want a button in my field. My field, which my field? My field is saved in the variable of R. Okay, so let's give the R over there. And which name you want to give the button? You will use text. We have command also for that, but for command in command you will use you call like in JS you have calling some function like that. In command you can call for the function or the module from the external world. After clicking that, it will perform that function. So that's a different thing. I will teach you this thing is later. But right now, how you will give the name? Like I will give name like this. Okay, and after that I want to give the position. So I have three things over there: grid, place, and point. How will you use? So basically we will use grid like a row and column, and it's a very normal thing. So I use the grid. Okay, sorry for that. Grid. And how you use the row? I will give the row consider the one comma, and column I will use two. When I use this one, I will run this code, and after running this code, okay, I do not. Okay, tax is a capital. Right now, I want to use a tax as a normal one. So let's run this code. Okay, I got this one. I got the button. So I will clicking on this button. It will working. I will give the color also, like button.bg color. You can give the color as you want. It's up to you. So this is the thing how you create that word, how you create something in the GUI manner, how you insert the button, how you insert the something. So let's I will show you one example. We have created that thing after the another session, or we create that thing in another session. So after running this, we got one thing. How we got? What thing is we got? We got this one. If you saw this one, we have a text table over here. We can increase the size, but right now we are not increasing. We have write name over here, Amit, and after that I will write Amit Shah. Okay, and after that I will click on submit. After clicking on submit, what it's giving me? Check the code. Check the where the code is running in the background. Wait a minute. Let me check the code. Where the okay code is running over. You saw this. The first name Amit and Shah. Okay, let's run this thing again. Let's run this code is again. Okay, right now I will give the name as Deepika, and after that I will use this as Kumari. Submit is the output. You got the output over here. So we will made this thing in the next section, and we will made a calculator for after this in the next section. We will create this one. I will show you one thing more. How we create this thing? How we do this one? Let's take this one, and I will run this one thing again. Okay, we have created a calculator. Let's do a 10, and I will give second number as 20, and I want to plus addition. Okay, I got the result 30 over here, and after I will use my divide. It give you 0.5. Giving a minus, it will give you minus 10. After that, it's giving a multiply, it's give you 200. So I will we will made a calculator. We will made design. We will after that we will giving a color also over there. How will they give this color? Normal thing is that do not like when you are using when you are running when you are running the code same as you will run that this code, but use first of all the field and use the variable with main loop as I have told the code. Use that thing. I think you are enjoying this thing right now. You're enjoying this GUI, how you create a GUI. Is it useful to you, or it's I think you have new, so I think you have interest over there, because GUI is the basic thing how you create something. You can create with the local host, you can make your own application in your Windows. Is it clear to everyone, guys? Are you enjoying or not, guys? Okay, okay, Kushal is there. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. So let's end up the session. And I will tell you the two GUI in next session. And after that, we will consider that in another session. We will consider that with networking connected that GUI with network.